so I decided I would go listen to it. And so I sat right up front, so I don't want to listen to the P, I want to listen to her voice. Guess what? Her voice sounded very harsh. And very hoarse. And I decided at that point, do I want to flavor the speaker to make it sound okay? Or do I want the speaker to reproduce the voice? So I went back and I changed it. Because ultimately, a speaker should be a reproducer of sound, not a producer of sound.
And I have probably, my wife Sophia teases me sometimes because if I have somebody come over, I'll listen to 8 or 10 cuts that are the same almost every time somebody comes over, or if I switch speakers. And I will listen to 20 or 30 seconds of that album, and I know very quickly how that sounds, how it's supposed to sound. And two things. One, I found it interesting that people often think that if you have an SACD version of something, it's supposed to sound better. And I was working, we were at the LA show, and we were working in the commonwave room, and I said, hey, can I try this CD? It wasn't open. It was an SACD of a band, and I opened it up and played it, and I played like 15 seconds of that song, of that album that I've heard many times, that was just the standard pressing, initial pressing, and it sounded horrible. So, and then...
And you went, that's the way it's supposed to sound.
That's the way it's supposed to sound, exactly. And I like the hiss, because it was there. And so, and then another thing that's interesting is that when you go hear a live brass band, is it harsh or not? So it's brass, exactly.
Especially if they got them lips pumped up.
That's right. So when somebody goes in and says, like this one reviewer one time said it was the highs were over smooth, and I'm what does that even mean?
Yeah.
You know, it's live recordings can be harsh. There's one of my favorite bands is Rush, and I think their recordings are horrible. You know, and I just listen to it for the music, and that's just the way it is for me. So I'll have to check it out. So, but my point is yes, I listen to certain songs and I go through that, and then I can have an understanding of how this particular amplifier sounds compared to the other things I've listened to, because we've listened to hundreds, if not thousands of systems in our career.
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. It isn't a judgment about good or bad, it's about truth. And that's really what it's about. No matter what, and look,